Using green screen is a great option for video marketers, but there are a few technical issues you need to be aware of to pull it off, and we'll cover those techniques right after this. Hi, I'm Gerry Tacovsky from Vimaco, and welcome back once again. Now, green screens can add so much more flexibility to your videos. I mean, you could literally be anywhere in the world, or even out of the world. Using a green screen can make your videos so much more visually exciting, but you must be aware of these techniques. Now, first you need is a green screen. Now, why green? Well, you can use any color really, as long as the background is distinctive from the foreground colors. Now, green usually does the trick, as we don't tend to wear a lot of green and our flesh is not green. Now, if you do have green flesh, you need to see a doctor straight away. Now, I like to use something like this. This is a pop-up green screen, very easy to use, no creases there, and in most cases will be ideal for you to use in your video marketing. Now, the first technique you need to perfect is lighting the screen. Now, it is vital to light that screen evenly. Now, when you use a spotlight, you'll get sort of bright spots on the green screen and some darker spots, which can make it very difficult when you're keying out, because you've got to key out the bright spots, the dark spots, and all in between as well. So it can be tricky. So make it easy for yourself by lighting the green screen as evenly as possible. Now, I like to use these fluoro lights, which gives you a nice even light, a nice even cool light. And all you do is you can get these from the hardware store for $30, and I strap these onto a light stand, so they're quite movable and they do the trick for me. And what I do is I put one light on either side of the green screen, and I try and balance it out so you get a nice even light. Right, now's the time to light the foreground subject. Now, I'm using a key light over here, a fill light over there, and a reflector behind me to lift me out of the background. Now, I'm standing probably 1.5 to 2 meters away from the green screen, so these lights aren't affecting the green screen at all, and there's no shadows on it at all. So it's separately lit from the foreground, and that's very important, and we'll show you why in a second. Now, you don't need the green screen to fill the whole frame, as long as the subject is within that green screen, because we'll be using garbage mats in our post-production, which we'll do right now. Right, now it's time to do some movie magic. Now, I'll be using Adobe Premiere Pro, but you can use Final Cut Pro for the Mac, Sony Vegas, or a whole range of editing software. Now, you need to make sure it can do one of two things. It can do color keying, or chroma keying, and use garbage mats. So if your software can do that, you can do this. All right, let's get started. Okay, let's go. Now, as you can see, this is the clip that we had. You can see the green screen in the background and all this junk that we don't want just surrounding there. We're going to get rid of that first. Now, to do that, we're going to use garbage mats. So we go to the video effects and just go down to, let's see, keying, and we can see 8-point garbage mats. That will do. So we select that, put it on the screen there, on the clip, go to the effects, select the 8-point garbage mats, and you can see there's little rings around the frame. And all we need to do is just bring these inside up to the green screen. And that is going to cover everything that's beyond this green screen, and it will reveal whatever's behind this clip. Now, at the moment there's nothing behind the clip, and that's why it's all black. Just one more to do here. So there you are. There we go. Don't want to lose the head too much. And we'll quickly scroll through to make sure that the subject stays within the green screen, because if the hand pops out here in this area here, it will disappear. Anything that's outside the green screen will disappear. So there, the subject stays within the green screen. That's pretty good, and that's all you need. Now, we need to key out this green area here. So there we use the color key. There's a color key effect. Let's bring that onto the clip. And there is the effect here, the color key. Now you can use any color to key out, but obviously we're using green because we've got the green screen. So select the color picker and choose a green that's near the subject. But you can see it's a very even green, and that's the use of good lighting. So when you light it well, no creases, it's a very even green, so it makes it fairly easy to key out. So we select a green there, and then we go to color tolerance, and let's increase the tolerance until we get most of that green out. Now if you go too far, you start losing your subject. So we go back again until we get a nice balance where most of the green's out and we still don't lose any subject. That's not too bad. We can then go to the edge and try and reduce that a bit more. That's not too bad there. And if we want to, we can feather the edge a little bit. Too much of the green comes back, so we just bring it back a little bit until that disappears. That's not too bad there. That is not too bad at all, and that's fairly straightforward. And now we have a nice clean subject and a clear background. And really then it's just your imagination. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. All you need to do is add a clip behind this subject and it should look pretty good. Now let's demonstrate. We can use, for instance, let's use that New York scene I used in the video. Put it straight under there, and there we are. We're in New York. All we have to do is really just make sure that we fit in there quite nicely. So I could just scale that down a little bit, move it across, move it a little bit down there, maybe move it a little across there. It doesn't quite look right there. So it's just a bit of a playing around until it sort of looks okay. We don't need to pretend we're in this area because we're just using this as a background, but certainly you can play around with that until you get it just right, and it sort of doesn't stick out too badly there. And there's the video there. Now I'll just play it. It hasn't been rendered, so it's just a little bit slow there, but you can see that you can get a real good, create a lot of atmosphere using a clip there. Let's see what else we can use. Let's just try something else. We can use, for instance, okay, let's use this one here. This is if you want to show people that you're in France. So there you are. Enchanté, yes. So there you are, you're now in Paris. Now, that can work pretty well, or you can in fact, let's go up here, let's just, you can change the scale, so you can just really dominate there, maybe drop it down a little bit. There you go. And really you can do anything you want with a green screen. It just makes it more visually interesting than just using a blank screen or you know, in your office or wherever. You can also create atmosphere by putting another clip. Let's see what else we've got here. Now you can use these clips, or you can get them from places such as Video Block. You pay a subscription each year and you can download any video clips that you want. And there's a nice little mood. If you're talking about whatever subject, as long as it suits the subject, you can find a clip that will suit that. Right, there you are. How easy is that? As long as you get the technique right. So let's recap. Obviously you need a green screen, and a fold-up green screen works really well because there are no creases and gives you a nice even green color. You need to light the green screen separately and a nice even light, and you can see that when you use that even light how easy it is to key out without too much effort. Obviously then you need to light the subject separately, not casting any shadows on the green screen. When you come to post-production, well, there it is. You just use your color key, key it out, get the balance right, and then you can put any video behind you, or photo or image, and just resize it, and away it is. It's very simple to use, and just makes your videos so much more visually exciting. So I hope you have a go at it. If you want to, just leave any comments for me and I'll certainly try and answer that for you. So until next time, this is Gerry Tacovsky. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Learn more about video marketing by subscribing to this channel. I'd love to read your comments about this topic. Now, if you like this video, please share it with your friends and colleagues. This is Gerry Tacovsky from Vimaco. See you next time.